Welcome to another adventure, or misadventure as the case may be. I'm headed toward Vermont to go back to the long trail to give another try to get into the Glastonbury wilderness. It is March 9th and it's very warm, so snow could be soft. I'm worried about river crossings. All nerves right now. Will I cross rivers that I won't be able to cross back? Will I sink into deep snow? Will it be slushy mashed potatoes that will be like quicksand? Okay, we're off. It's about 1 o'clock on Monday. We've got 4 days in the wilderness. We're gonna see how far we can get on the long trail again. So we made it to the point where we had to start breaking trail last time. I believe that's called Split Rock. Took a break at the hut and now switching to skis, Altai Hoks skis, to see if I can make better progress with skis than snowshoes. Glastonbury Wilderness boundary. Here we go, entering the wilderness. I can hear Hell Hollow Creek below us. We're almost to the place where we turned around last time. We crossed the creek and now we're headed into new territory. So I'm calling this camp. I'm trying to pack down a spot here. Sun's setting. And over here, we should have a view of the sun coming up in the morning. I'm camped right on the trail, but pretty sure nobody's going to be here. And I'll leave in the first thing in the morning. Beautiful evening, beautiful campsite. So easy when it's so warm. I'm camped right on the edge of a cliff, but there's no way that you walk the 10 feet to the cliff's edge because you'll sink 4 feet into the snow. So it's like a safety net. It is day 2, beautiful sunrise. We're about 2 miles in. It's going well, but it's very stressful. I'm freaking out every time I have to go down even the smallest slope because I'm afraid of crashing and breaking a leg or something by myself out here, which would be bad news. So it's perfect conditions to be doing this. The snow's a little soft in spots, and I've been post-holing a little bit with my snowshoes, which is a little worrisome because if it softens more, coming out will be harder. But so far, so good. Nerve-wracking, though. The trail goes downhill here, so I'm switching to snow skis. I'm switching from skis to snowshoes so that I don't fall. We'll see how this works. Certainly feel safer. It's not very far down, and I'm sure any kind of good skier would just love this part. So it's kind of ironic that I'm using the skis on the uphill parts and suffering on the downhill parts in snowshoes. But if it gets me down there safely, it'll be a win. So I switched back to skis as soon as I could after maybe only 20 or 40 feet downhill on that steeper part, not even steep. But the snowshoes were difficult because I kept post-holing, had to climb out, take off my pack, climb out, so getting stuck. So snowshoes are not a great option, but got down safely, so I guess there's that. We're almost to the shelter. This last part is pretty steep. It's killing me. I'm so ready to be at the shelter, but we made it. I've never been so glad to see a shelter. And look, there's running water. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. Dinner is a seasoned rice with mushrooms, peas, and beets that gives it color. Completely exhausted. Trying to think what we should do for the rest of the trip. There's rain scheduled to come tomorrow and warm temperatures and more rain on Thursday, cooling down Thursday night. But I'm worried that with the warm temperature today and warm temperatures and rain tomorrow, the snow is going to get even softer. And I had real trouble, even with the skis breaking through toward the end of the day today. And that can be really difficult to get out of. If I fall with the skis on, it's hard to get back up with my pack on. If I post hole with snowshoes, it's also hard to get out sometimes if it's like deep. I don't know if you can see that down there. That's the privy. But the snow is so deep to get there that I think with snowshoes I'll just post hole the whole thing. I can't remember being this tired for a long time. Everything hurts. Tomorrow I'm gonna probably get up early and start heading back. It seems prudent with bad weather forecast. I don't know how long it'll take me to get back the same way I came. Might take me longer than it took to get here. It's where without those skis, I would not have been able to get through with snowshoes because it was 3 feet deep and hard to get out of a hole if you fell into it, much less make progress moving forward. 5 a.m. I've been up for a couple hours drinking coffee. I made it out to the privy. It wasn't too bad. It was a combination about 50-50, sinking in 6 inches and 18 inches. So it's a little bit scary because you're uncertain whether your next step is going to go deep or shallow. And that's without a pack on. A couple options. One is to go back the way we came. The other is to go back the way we came for 2 miles, and then it looks like we could sneak out to a road, and there it's maybe less than 30 miles back to the car. The plan is to pack up
And when it starts getting light, to start snowshoeing down the mountain, trying to follow the ski tracks that we used coming up, and hoping that I don't go deep through these ski tracks in the snowshoes.
So I found a snowmobile trail. Who knows where it goes? It's not on my map. But maybe it leads to a road, and I've got a long road walk back to the car, 25 miles maybe. But that sounds a lot easier than going back 10 miles through the Glastonbury wilderness, because that was pretty difficult with the snow conditions, with the melting snow. So I found I couldn't go downhill at all in these skis because I would just lose control and fall immediately. So I had to sidestep down the hills. And I tried snowshoes, and the snowshoes were just breaking through all the way down on the rotten snow. So that didn't work either. So I was really kind of screwed having to sidestep. But sidestepping worked, just very slow progress. The snowmobile trail became a road on the map. Still a snowmobile trail, but at least it's on the map. Forest road, pretty easy snowshoeing, but I'm tired. I made it to a plowed road. I haven't seen any people for 3 days. Haven't seen any cars, haven't seen any vehicles, haven't seen any snowmobiles, nothing. So I think we're going to start walking toward Route 9 on this Route 71, which I guess is a Forest Service road. Well, trying to do ski mountaineering when you can't ski downhill, not a good idea. I don't know whether to call this a misadventure or an epic fail. Went out for 4 nights, came back after 2. 3 hard days.